It's like there's evenings, finish my Netflix series, finish my food, and I'm like, I could quite easily eat a camel right now.
Jello Beats, holla at me.
Hey guys, so welcome back to another video and another contest prep update. So yesterday I said that I was going to just release the training footage of me and Vicky and then do my contest prep update today. So thank you for being very patient with that, and also thank you so much for the response on the training video. I think you guys really kind of like that content, so I'll try to do maybe one or two of those like now and again. Ideally I'd want to do one a week, but the thing is at the moment I'm so focused on my sessions that either getting someone to film me or asking someone to film me is just a bit of an interruption. I kind of just want to get on, and you know, it was great to have Ted because he could just film and I could crack on. Anyway, to get to the good stuff. So the last week, bear in mind guys, we are now 6 weeks out from the first show. So the last week, from 7 to 6 weeks out, was amazing in terms of scale weight loss, and also in terms of bringing down my training fatigue. So, and there's actually quite a lot of arguments as to whether it's advantageous to be in a deficit when you are deloading. It's kind of an interesting topic which I may well touch on and give my perspective for sure. So scale weight started at the front end of the week at around about 160, ended the week at around about 158. My average was actually down by 2.4, so it was a big week. Now, in context, the week prior to last week was quite a slow week, so I lost maybe 0.3. So in reality, the week that we had that was really fast sort of caught up on the week that was quite slow. So if anything, it bears relevance to start looking at like monthly or bi-weekly or fortnightly averages as opposed to just week to week, when you get a little bit deeper and things are a little bit more undulating in terms of scale weight loss. From now, the goal is to really definitely lose at least a pound to a pound and a half per week on average. And the reason being is that I do feel like for the first show I have got more to lose. I definitely got more to lose to be in good condition for the first show, and I believe that even following the first show, I do believe that I will be able to improve upon that conditioning. I would be inclined to think that my peak conditioning would come slightly later in the year for my later shows, which will be with the UK DFBA, and obviously, hopefully, if I get a qualification through to British final, then it'll be those as well. But that's not saying that I don't want to bring my best to the qualifier, because trust me, I'll be doing everything in my power to be looking on point for that one, because I know that there's going to be competition there. Like, I know that, and I'm willing. Well, I'm not willing. I just am. I'm just going to be the best version of myself on that given day, and I'm not prepared to turn up looking like unsatisfactory, in my opinion. Okay, so macros wise, throughout the week we had 310 carb, 45 fat, and 200 protein. So actually calories are dipping just below 2,500. We didn't refeed because I was deloading again, so energy expenditure in the gym was down quite significantly, and it's crazy how much difference it is. My usual sessions are like at least 2 hours long. Sometimes they're long sessions, especially when it's like a lower body day, and all of my sessions were pretty much an hour, if not less, throughout the week. So energy expenditure massively down. Now, a lot of the scale weight loss could be from cell swelling and glycogen as a response to lowering training volume and intensity. So as I go into this week, if scale weight sort of jumps a little bit on some days, I don't tend to react to sort of cell swelling or DOMS too much. But if it jumps a little bit, it may well be down to sort of glycogen recompensation and also some acute cell swelling or DOMS throughout the week as we raise training volumes again. The reason behind me still wanting to stay in a deficit throughout the deload is simply because a fact of time. If I took the week at maintenance and lost a week of fat loss, that wouldn't be advantageous for me at this point. If I'd given myself like 30 plus weeks to diet and I could factor in some weeks at maintenance and a deload, would that be beneficial? Yeah, probably. I'd admit that, absolutely. But I simply don't have the time at the moment. So for me to bring my best to the qualifier, I needed to use another week of fat loss, and obviously I did, and it was successful. Now I do feel, and I did look in my pictures, significantly flatter than my last pictures. And this is something that I want to talk about this week a little bit, is that when you do take your pictures, if you are in a digging phase where you've had a significant amount of scale weight loss throughout the week, expect your pictures to look odd. You might come across as looking not improved or slightly worse than the week before, both in terms of muscular fullness and condition, because the amount of fullness that you have highly indicates the look that you achieve with regards to conditioning. If you don't have fullness in the muscle that you are posing, it won't look the same. Like, quads won't look the same, they'll look flatter, they'll look potentially smaller, abs won't look the same, they'll look softer potentially. Arms and delts, these things, they just won't have that pop as they would when they're a bit fuller. So I'm looking forward to this week, because I will be most likely refeeding tomorrow on my first lower body day, and I may well do a double refeed and sort of do another one later into the week, which is something that I did a lot in 2015 when I was a little bit deeper, and this worked really, really well. Looking back at my logs, which I have to compare, I'd say that worked really, really well, and combining with looking back at my logs, I'm in a very good position, because I believe that at the moment my scale weight is very indicative of where I was about 10 pounds lighter or 10 pounds different in 2015. So in 2015 I was looking like this at like 148, and my end scale weight was like 143. So I reckon by the time I'm getting into those mid 150s, low 150s, things will start to look very close to being okay or good. Very exciting, at least. So I'm definitely looking forward to the next 6 weeks. I'm definitely confident about where I am. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I've had some days where I feel like complete garbage. Complete shit. Waking up feeling like just don't want to go and do my calorie expenditure via cardio. I sometimes wake up and just think like I've got the draggiest legs, but there's never a session that I'm going to miss. Like I don't do that. And neither do I go over my macros. Like there's evenings, finish my Netflix series, finish my food, and I'm like, I could quite easily eat a camel right now. And I don't eat camel. I don't eat anything over my macros. I never will. And it's just something that's not coming to my head. And obviously, if I ever do, I'll be honest, I'll tell you. But I really, it's just not coming to my head. I'm just obsessing with the process and making sure that everything's picture perfect. So I do it because, again, I love it. And I kind of actually like the feeling of hunger. Like today, before I made this video, I was getting a bit I was putting this video off because I was tired, and I've got a podcast later and I need energy for that. And I was putting it off, and I was like, AJ, it's just hunger. Just get up and do this goddamn video. Like, people actually do want to see it. So yeah, hunger's hitting me a little bit, tiredness is hitting me, but these are all good things because it means I'm getting lean, which is exciting. So obviously, with the scale weight loss last week, there is going to be no changes for this week, and expenditure will be up in the gym as a result of not deloading. Cardio is going to be the same, so I will be doing 4 or maybe 5 sessions of 30 minutes throughout the week, and then my steps are the same, sort of 10k a day type thing, making sure that I do hit at least 10k. Some of my steps throughout my deload fell a little bit higher, just because I had some days where I was just generally on my feet a little bit more, not actively going out to get them, but just on my feet a little bit more. Because usually, unless I go out to get them, I'm not getting them because I'm just literally standing at my desk all day. So I did have some days where it's a little bit more active, which obviously played a role. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that. But energy expenditure and energy in are all the same. So no huge changes apart from obviously going to make sure that I hit up some refeeds this week to get some fullness back and actually look like a bodybuilder again and not look like Mo Farah. So that'll be fun. And that's pretty much it, guys. Training wise, obviously it was a deload, so not much to discuss. It was easy, it was chilled, and this week I am just buzzed to get back into normal sessions. I can't wait. So I've got a podcast later today with Chris Barakat from Competitive Breed Coaching, so I'll be very much looking forward to that, and I will make sure that when that is up, I'll be linking it in the description box in this video as well, but obviously you'll see it if you follow my channel. So thanks guys for watching, subscribe for future updates, and yeah, stay along for the journey. Cheers guys.